Explain how to use the engraver for MSC. So what you're gonna need a black tab that comes out of a box that's full with at least 600. So you pull it out. Then there's a thin layer of plastic on the tabs, on the name tags, that you need to take off first before you start engraving it. Once you do that, you fit the name tag into the engraver as such. Okay. If it doesn't fit like that, there's a black little knob at the bottom here which you can unscrew to adjust. Once you get it in, you want to push it all the way till you hit this silver part here, and then tightly close it back as such. Once you do that, we're going to start with a chief's name. So we're going to use Y1's name here as an example, and you have to set this bar here to around 9 3/4, a little bit under the 4, but right between those two dashes. In order to move that bar, hold this one on. You want to be able to pull it forward as such, as push, and then pull as such to get it on the right thing. It's kind of hard, but when you more work with it, it'll get there. So we're gonna put it right around there, and that should be the margins for chief. Now, when you put the name in, you kind of want to get the name in the middle of the name tag. So as such, you probably want to start around 7 or 8, just to kind of get that nice even touch in between the bars. Once that's done, you go ahead and spell the name out. Make it look as even, as flush as it possibly can. You don't want to do both sides unless the names equal up perfectly. Since her name is a little bit smaller than her bottom name, you want to kind of put it in the middle. So then, all we do left is just trace the letters and pull out a name tag. For these name tags, you can press it down really hard on both knobs just to make sure that it sticks through. But if not, you can go ahead and go over it again as many times as necessary just to make sure that the name is very legible. And just like that, you have a name tag. Wipe off some of this crap, and you have a name tag. Now, be that it may, some name tags, some last names are a little bit longer, so I wouldn't suggest going past the 10 or the 11, because then you'll push over too far into where you want to put the button. So once you're done with that, go ahead and take it off. Each box of name tags come with back pins, so those are easy to find. Once you're done with that, go ahead and grab an MSC pin, such and such, just like that. Take off the adhesive back, and go ahead and place down in the middle. Pull it off. And voila. You have a name tag. Key note for these: officers and chiefs are the only people who get first and last names. Enlisted only get last names, which we're about to do right now.
Is she here?
Starting up next, we're going to do enlisted. Enlisted is the last name only. So we're going to move this bar back to around 4.5 to measure up. So we're going to go ahead and slide it down to right about right there. Adjust a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. There we go, right about there. Same thing with the name tag. Push it in, tighten it up, and then we start to etch. It's very key that you pick this thing up, that you let it go once you do it, because if not, you'll scratch through the next couple of letters. So every time you go over one letter, it's good to just let that one go and then switch to the next letter. And there you have it. You have an enlisted name, Kwanzaa. That's pretty much it. Everything else is pretty much explanatory. You can take the knobs off by twisting, adjust it however you want it to be, and twisting it in to lock it in place. Make sure they don't wiggle, because that will again mess up your names. Can't stress enough, please make sure you remember to lift up the knob as you go through each letter, or you will get a quick slash as such on the ones that we have messed up. That's pretty much it for the name tags. Hope you guys enjoy it.